Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Gadigal people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, Squiz Kid quizzes, and welcome to the Kids vs Adults Weekly News Quiz, your chance to prove who's been paying the most attention to the week that just was. I'm Bryce Corbett. Alright, you know the drill. 5 questions for kids about the wonderful world's happenings of the past 7 days, then 5 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most correct questions takes a victory lap. Easy as. Plus, of course, because it's a Friday, we've got all today's birthday shout-outs and all the shout-outs for the weekend ahead. Including, of course, the birthday reggae tune, because it wouldn't be a Friday without it. Okie doke, you ready? Let's do this. Alright kids, here are your 5 questions. Question number 1. There was a big announcement in Brisbane this week involving sports and stadiums and how the city will be preparing for what big event in 2032? Yes, of course, it's the Olympics. Question number 2. Speaking of sports, there was much excitement on Sunday evening when an Aussie called Oscar Piastri won a car race in China, driving for a team called McLaren. What is the name of the sport that he competes in? Yeah, well done to you if you said Formula 1 racing. Question number 3. Tuesday was a big day in politics here in Australia when a bloke called Jim Chalmers handed down something called the federal budget. What is Jim Chalmers' job title? Is he A, the Prime Minister, B, the Treasurer, or C, the head goblin at Gringotts Bank? Kind of funny if it was C, wouldn't it? But it's not, it's B, the Treasurer. Question number 4. In the podcast this week, we heard how one of the world's most popular kids' movie franchises was celebrating 30 years since the first film was released. If I told you that the movies featured characters like Jessie, Bullseye, Mr. Potato Head, and Slinky Dog, what movie series would I be talking about? Yes, of course, they're all characters from the Toy Story movie franchise. Question number 5. Our national men's soccer team took one step closer to World Cup qualification this week when it beat China 2-0. What is the name of the Aussie men's soccer team? Yeah, of course, they're called the Socceroos. Alrighty, how did you go, kids? Did you show those adults how it's done? Have you got it all sewn up? Smashed it out of the ballpark? Feeling pretty cocky? Okay, let's see how the big people go. Do they look scared? I bet they do. Alright, adults, now it's your turn. Time to show those kids how it's done. Question number 1. There was a stinky fish stoush in Canberra this week, all to do with salmon farms and an endangered fish in which state of Australia? It was, of course, in Tasmania. Question number 2. Along with the announcement of the 2032 Olympic venues this week was the revelation that rowing would be held on the Fitzroy River, a waterway passing through which regional Queensland city, which may or may not also be the home of a couple of crocodiles. That's right, the regional city I'm talking about is Rockhampton. Question number 3. Muslims all over Australia will this weekend be feasting to celebrate the end of what holy month? That's right, it's the end of Ramadan. Question number 4. Let's test your international geography chops now. There was high drama in Washington this week after a journalist was accidentally added to a private messaging group involving top-ranking US government officials who were in the process of planning and then eventually celebrating an attack on Houthi rebels. Which Middle Eastern country do the Houthis come from? See, I told you I was going to make it a bit harder. The answer is Yemen. Question number 5. The Maurie Plant Athletics Meet takes place in Melbourne this weekend, where all eyes will be on a teenage sprint sensation from Ipswich in Queensland. Who am I talking about? Yep, that's right. I'm talking about the remarkable Gout Gout. All right, adults, how did you go? How many did you get right? Who is the winner this week? We will all bow down to your brainiac superiority. Now remember, if you've missed any of these cool news stories throughout the week and you want to refresh your memory, all of this week's Squiz Kids episodes are available for a re-listen wherever you get your podcasts. That's the end of the quiz, which means it's now time for...
Shout outs.
It's Friday, March 28. Today is Lady Gaga's birthday. La 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 da da. Today is also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today and over the coming weekend. And because it's a Friday, let's crack out the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it! And it's a happy birthday to Abby from Forest Lake, India from Fernvale, Danny from Balmain, Henry from Sydney, Fred from Enmore, Ethan from Penrith, Isabel from Carabar, Oscar from North Perth, Elizabeth from Googong, Ryan from Castle Crag, and Leo from Birchgrove. Belated birthday shout-outs go to Deborah from The Gap, and Georgia and Zach from St Clair. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. Don't forget, a new one drops first thing every Friday morning. And the best bit, they're absolutely free. Just as all of our other excellent content is free too. How cool is that? Check it all out at squizkids.com.au or simply subscribe to Squiz Kids in your favourite podcasting app and all the audio content will magically appear. For now though, this is Bryce Corbett signing off and reminding you all to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.